Hey you folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Europa Universalis 4 as the Netherlands. Some of you can probably tell right away that I've got a new little map mod going on over here that changes some of the fonts and some of the colors, and I think it looks great. Roomba actually recommended this one, and I quite like it. So, where are we? What are our plans? Well, obviously, we're going to be all peaceful and, you know, not go and declare any wars and just try to expand our economy. And, yeah, not really. Currently fabricating 3 claims all over the place just to see what we can get in the bag here. It would be nice to maybe get a little bit of stuff with France. The problem is they are allied with Austria, which is mildly inconvenient. One of the other things that I would like very much is over here in the Kilwa territory. It'd be exceptionally great to grab Zanzibar and Mombasa, which is actually an independent nation. Unfortunately, I can't actually fabricate a claim or anything on Mombasa because I don't have it. Zanzibar would be nice, and Zanzibar is part of Kilwa, which is over here. And I did fabricate a claim across the sea over here on the actual province of Kilwa, which is kind of interesting. I guess, yeah, their capital is Zanzibar. Now, the one issue with Kilwa is that they are... Oh, yeah, that's the screen I wanted. They're a protectorate of Portugal, so technically if I declare war over here, Portugal should get involved. Now, Portugal's got some stuff that I may or may not want over here. The problem with Portugal is they can very easily just go and siege my holdings here. And it would be hard for me to reach that because of Castile being away. Now, as it turns out, Castile and Portugal are in an alliance, as is Savoy. Now, we have a pretty good relationship with Savoy. It's possible they wouldn't join in. They're friendly. I don't think they would join in on defensive war. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm currently fabricating a claim on Madrid. It would be nice to go to war against Castile, take Madrid and Caceres. That would connect up my empire to the western coast over here, to my Portuguese holdings. I think I should be able to do that. I've got a pretty big military, and let's take a look at the actual numbers over here. Castile has 29,000 troops, which is not very much, and 54k manpower in the bank. I've got quite a bit more than that, actually. Where are we here? I've got 123,000 troops right now and 84,000 in the bank, which isn't bad. Now, of course, we do have to factor in Portugal, which has a few more troops, but overall we should do okay. Especially there are some mountains in the Iberian Peninsula that we might be able to take to our advantage, so that's quite good. So what's cool, and here's what I'm thinking. I'm currently fabricating a claim on Madrid. I'm gonna let that finish. I'd also potentially like to fabricate a claim on Caceres, but we may or may not have time to do that. What I would like to do, here's the plan: declare war on Castile, have Portugal join, then down here, I'm working on getting some transport ships over to pick up these troops, but I'm also building more troops over here because I was well below my force limit. So I was actually basically at my manpower cap and still below my force limit. So I was like, okay, let's build a new army down here. Why not? We will quickly grab... well, I don't even know if we're going to prioritize grabbing these 2 provinces, although they're very, very valuable. We'll see. We'll probably siege them and see what happens. There won't take very much war score to grab in the war. They've got a relatively low tax base, which means it'll be relatively easy to excuse me, to core them. There may be an extra cost because of the gold, but I know. But more importantly, excuse me. Oh my gosh. More importantly, my idea is to go ahead and invade Kilwa here, and it would be really nice if we could full annex them, actually. And then we could keep going up the coast afterwards. A little bit inconvenient that there's no land crossing here. Oh, I think I'm back on 1.6.1 as opposed to 1.1. I'll have to take a look at that. I've got a few ships around here. I think we'll be able to keep a relative naval superiority. Anyway, all that, I'm feeling okay. I think I did fiddle with my trade a tiny bit, but not much. No, I didn't move any merchants. I think I may have created some new trade companies or something over here. Overall, we're making really good money from trade. Of course, right now, while we're not overextended, we'll see how long that'll last. France is okay. Brunei, trade dispute. Yeah, lots of trade disputes. We've got a royal marriage offer from Baden, who is one of my vassals. So we'll go ahead and take that. And Austria wants military access. Who are you at war with? You're not at war with anyone. You just want to get places. I will decline. I will decline. Oh, right. And I started fabricating a claim on Tyrol. Just in case we do get into a war with Austria, it'll be nice to have a claim over there. It's a gold mine. It's also a very defensive place. It's going to be something very good to grab. It sucks that we got spotted right away, but I don't know. It's not like it's going to make the coalition any worse at this point. Brunswick left. That's interesting. We got a new cardinal. CB against the Hansa. When you load a save like this, a lot of times there's a lot of events that fire as everyone tries to readjust. Oh man, everyone's leaving the military coalition. All right. Sierra Leone, I think there's one more ship that I'm waiting to join in there. More discoveries. Ah, okay. Okay, so they've got 2 fleets. So you are already patrolling the Ivory Coast. So where do we want to put out more power? We could throw more at the Ivory Coast. But I don't know, we've already got a pretty good amount going on here. It would be nice to get a higher percentage. Because right now it's great. It's still like 100% of it is flowing up to Western Europe. We've got a really good chunk of Western Europe. And then we've got 88% of the trade in the Antwerp trade node, which is really exceptionally valuable. So with that in mind, Zanzibar may be the thing. There's a lot more trade to get there. Plus having a few more ships in the area wouldn't be terrible. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and park you in Delagoa. And who else is working Zanzibar? You are, and you are. Well, we've got a lot of ships there. What I'm going to do is just combine all these into one fleet. And then we'll have them work together. That way they won't, there's not quite as much risk that they might get squished from something. There's another fleet over here. I don't think this is Zanzibar. It is. Oh, wow, okay. You know what? We have way too many then. Where's my 5? That I just set up over here. So we're not going to do that. We're going to do, well, we don't have a merchant in the Congo, so there's not much point in doing that. Oh, we could do the, no, we have the Ivory Coast. I suppose we could double up on the Ivory Coast. That might not be too bad. I could throw some more at Western Europe. Who's doing Western Europe right now? We have 27 ships doing that. You know what, then? You are going to do the Ivory Coast for me. It's fine. This is going to be Ivory Coast number 2. Okay. Unpause that. Let her rip. Units have suffered casualties. I don't know where we're getting attrition. Oh, are they... you've arrived. They are great. Yeah, they're in the same province. I've got them going to 2 separate places. And luckily they are going to split their path in a second there. So we've got that at least. You two merge up. And collectively, you are the Zanzibar one. And then, oh yeah, we're going to wait for you guys as well. Hansa left the military coalition. Oh, this is very good. This actually opens up a few extra possibilities. We learned about Malawi. You guys are there. Merge up. You're still called Trade Zanzibar. And then go and protect trade. Oops, that's slow. In Zanzibar. And we can get a new tech. So we are, okay, we've got a neighbor bonus for diplomatic technology. It will increase our trade efficiency, which is really, really, really good. Here, let's go and get this guy started, just so that the trade keeps up. And let's take a quick look at what our trade looks like right now. Right now, we're making 65 bucks from trade. We're only collecting in one place, but like we're really funneling a lot into Antwerp. Like one of the things, if we weren't getting 88% here, we might do more collection, but we've got such a ridiculous monopoly that we should get a lot more efficiency. Because if we were collecting in Lubeck instead of transferring, we could probably collect something like 5 gold or something like that. I mean, we can take a quick look. Let's flip Pierre from... Is there like an easy way to see myself here? Yeah, so right now we're forwarding... Well... That's interesting. Would the numbers show me regardless? Lubeck. Yeah, that's interesting. It's showing me that this is the effect, but I'm actually doing more than that because... Oh, the draw, which is going to happen regardless. Okay. So yeah, so in Lubeck we can transfer 6.37, or if we change Pierre to collect, we can have him collect... It's not going to tell me. I guess I got to let the game run. 587, which is almost as much. And I'm not quickly doing the math here, but I feel like if we forward it on to Antwerp, especially since it actually came out to 699 with all the various bonuses, the 88% of 699 is more than 587. So, because we have such a gargantuan monopoly, it's going to be great. Oh, good. More people leaving. That's nice. That's very good. It's probably because I'm on 1.6.1 as opposed to the 1.1. Because right now there's still the increased AE burn off. I'm going to have to switch back in. I switched to just the 0.1.0 because that's what we're doing in the Sunni Strike Back. But the open beta is pretty good. Anyway, all that, right, we're going to take a look here. And if I go ahead and grab the technology, which is going to increase my trade efficiency by 10% more, we're going to keep an eye on our trade thing. Because we went from 30% to 40%. So once a month ticks over, we should get a lot better. What is Statenvertaling? The Synod of Dort deemed it necessary to translate the Bible into Dutch, as the existing Dutch Bibles were merely translations of other translations. The new translation, the Statenbibel, were to be based on the original languages in imitation of the King James Bible from 1611. The States General of the Netherlands commissioned it on the request of the Synod. Johannes Bogerman. A bunch of other people were to be translators, while other people were to be other translators. Other people died before the translation started, were replaced, yada yada, years. Okay, so, wow. So we can spend 1,000 ducats, but for the rest of the game, we'll get a 5% discount on stability cost and an increased missionary strength. Or we can ignore it and lose 1 prestige. 1,000 ducats, which will only be 2 loans, actually, and we're making pretty decent money. We actually got loans going on already. We still got inflation kicking in. We may have to pay to reduce inflation here, actually. I think I'm going to go for it. I don't think I can turn this down. 2 loans now. I mean, it's not a huge difference. But the missionary strength actually is pretty nice, especially when we flip over to Reformed. We're going to be really happy that we've got it. And the stability cost modifier ain't nothing to sneeze at. You know what? Screw it. We're going to do that. And we are going to, even though I'm going to need it to core things, and I was actually really hoping to get up to +1 stability, especially since I've got the discount now. You know what? We'll take the stability boost now, and we'll decrease our inflation whenever we get a chance. Suppose I could take this for even cheaper stability cost. Right now, I'm making less and less of my money comes from taxes. It's still there. It's still there, but... You know what? Let's take the decision. Will that decrease my... Yeah, we're going to be fine. Boom. Yeah, 2%. It's not going to make much of a difference, actually, overall. And it will save us some admin points in the long run. So we'll do that. We're now at 147. It would be nice if we had more Republican tradition. But hey, at least we're not overextended. So let's take that now, especially since we do have like some slight rebellion problems. And that will help things out immensely. Of course, that is going to delay us reducing our inflation, especially since now we're taking loans. It's going to make it a little bit harder, but you know what? Not that bad. And our inflation is dropping by itself. We've got ideas. We've got David over there. So, you know what? We're okay. We're okay. You guys are in position. Great. Sampling new... Oh. Where's this? Limousine. Increased revolt risk. Decreased money. Or we can reverse course. We get the narrow-mindedness. We get even more missionary strength. Not that it really matters because we're not really doing much converting right now. Actually, that's not entirely true. We're doing some Hindu conversions, but the rest don't really matter. And 10 years of narrow-mindedness, which actually... is going to be fine because I'm not rushing to tech up for military because we've got 5 years of ahead of time right now. Although I guess there will be a little bit of overlap there. And we do have a lot of points. So we will be taking 1.5% tech hit. Honestly, I'd rather... Limousine is right over here. Here. What is the tech risk? It just says 0. But what does it actually add up to? If I gave a +2 over here, I would still be at 0. Oh, okay. Sucks to lose a little bit of taxes. But we'll do that. What the heck? Oh, new governor in Nova Hollandia. They want to keep Daniel, so okay. Let's go ahead and do that. I would still like to be increasing my tariffs, but, you know, that costs admin points. Get population in Flores. Fantastic. Oh, I've got a free diplomat. I forgot. I actually took a mission to improve relations with Naples. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's not worth much, but it will recycle my missions, increase the chance that I get the mission to flip over to Reformed, which is still something I'm really, really hoping for. Suppose if I do want to burn off some military power, I could go ahead and build some more military buildings, which I did start doing in some of the places with the higher base manpower bonuses, just because, as was pointing out to me recently, the regimental camp really is a big multiplier in places where you've already got a high base number. So Zealand, Friesland, basically anywhere that's over 100, I might just start like maxing out their manpower production. I've got a pretty good pool of manpower in this game because I've got a lot of high tax based provinces, which means they produce extra goods, which means they get a big multiplier to their manpower. It's based on like the goods produced, which is based on your tax value. Higher tax base means more goods produced means more manpower. So if you can keep comboing all that and improve those few provinces, they'll be worth a lot. Trade company is unhappy. Ugh. So I can renew the province. So in Luanda, we can get a little bit of risk, or we can get, like, I don't know why you would do that. Like, I can go a little revolt risk for 5 years, or a lot revolt risk for 10 years. Or I can support them in other ways and spend some power, which I don't think I'm really willing to do. So we're going to go ahead and do that and hope that it doesn't really lead to too much revolt. Luanda's not even on the radar, even with doing that. Great. Okay. Central Indian Ocean. Beothuk. Really? I had a claim on that? Whatever. Boundary dispute. Well, we never want to lose stability there, so we will go ahead and do that. We'll give a CB to Austria, but I don't really care too terribly much. Learned about Tet. And right now, I think I am still on max maintenance on my army, and the reason for that is that a few people are sitting on places that might have rebellions. And it would be nice if they didn't just instantly die. You guys get on the boat. Boat start ferrying across here. I know you're not fully repaired, but that's okay. Top priority is to do that. How's our progression here? The important one is the Castilian one, because that's really going to be the trigger to our war. Probably. I'll have to, like, you know, make sure to double check and re-examine everything. Excellent! Finish converting away from Hindu. You're going to get lots of pop-ups there. And a new pope. Right now, I think we're like trying to keep control of like everything everywhere. Oh, no, not that one. We still have control over the Curia, though, which is really handy. Gulf of Alex. Whoa, that is a long button. What the heck? An astonishing performance. Recently, a young female troubadour who has won fame across Europe for unconventional music was invited to perform at your court. The sight of her costume prompted the entire room to gasp. Her songs had countless instances of thinly disguised innuendo and references to unconventional sex acts. At one point, the Archbishop turned scarlet and stormed out of the room. The performance concluded. All eyes turn to you to hear your response. Provocative and mesmerizing commentary on romance and gender in contemporary society would give me 20 admin points. Or ridiculous trash for stupid people. Get on my site. Lose 5 prestige. Gain theologian. Oh, well, I guess we'll take the power points. Derp derp. Of course. Oh, right, and I do have my transport fleet over here, which is probably going to hang out there. How am I doing on leaders? Let's take a look. We're at 3 of 3. We've got 2 land leaders. One is here. The siege is quite nice, but I don't think the importance is going to be to have the leaders down here. Where's the other leader? There. Okay, good. So we'll make sure that you are there. Staying away from being directly on the border until we can get our CB. What's the percentage? 98%. Okay, hold on. So what I should actually do is move to Alicante so that as soon as the war starts, I can hit that 14 stack and just be done. Siege 2. Siege 2. Oh, great. We're going to have to wait for our person to come back home. Oh, wow. I didn't realize all the fabricate claims were on exactly the same timer. Regardless. We finished our armory. So let's go ahead and keep working up that tree. It's 80 bucks, which we can afford to do now. Yeah, I'll keep spending the military points right now for all those things. Yeah, I should have moved them up a little bit sooner. Boom. If I start fabricating a claim on Caceres, it'll keep fabricating as the war goes on. So I'd very much like to do that. So yeah, it takes a year. So we'll send you there. We'll wait for another diplomat to finish up. Where's my heavy fleet? Right over here. Where's my admiral? Way down here. No leader. These are transports, heavies. I don't actually have that many heavies. And I'm a little bit worried about my light fleet in Western Europe. If I do declare war here, we'll see exactly what happens. Actually, what I should be doing is checking on the Castilian Navy. So here's the Navy tab. Castile's got 10 heavies, 22 lights. I have a much bigger navy, but mine, of course, are spread out all over the place. Portugal, 11 heavies, 20. Like, it's manageable if they come in just one at a time. Of course, the concern is that they hit me all at once. I think that my Western Europe stack of 27 is going to come over here. It's going to hurt my trade income, but we'll be okay. Actually, do I see any Castilian fleets right now? Like you. You're going to the Gulf of Lion. Now, you're probably on a trade duty. Oh, you're going to the Gulf of Lion over here. On the 17th of January. So if I wait one day and declare war... Oh, I can't. Crap. Just waiting for the diplomat. Where are you going now? Gulf of Valencia. Yeah, but you're probably on patrol duty. I'm going to try to catch them. Oh, and they've got some ships there that we can box in as well. Gulf of Almeria. You probably go to the Barbary Coast next. Going out into the Gulf. Oh, I don't know. Well, let's get ourselves into the Gulf of Almeria. They've got a fleet here as well that we can kind of box in. And I'm going to have to put a cut in here before the next episode. When I neglect. We've got people defending. Okay, that's fine. You guys can merge up over here. You guys get on the boat. Come back across that way. Fleet is in position here. It's in position now. It's about to leave on the 2nd, but if I declared war now, I think we would engage. Where's my Western trade fleet? Oh, it's there. Oh, my heavies aren't there yet. Oh, okay. I'll tell you what. This is a fleet of lights. There's not that many of them, and we're going to the Straits of Gibraltar. I could start a move and catch them. Actually, no, I'll stay put, because if we're both moving, then we won't engage in combat. Okay, I think this is okay. Come back tomorrow, and we're going to declare war on Castile, unless I look through the Alliance web and I see something that is a red flag. But I think we're safe. So, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye, folks. Or not tomorrow, in 2 days. Oh, God. Sorry.